The community must stop demonizing the group of teens who have been hauled up as suspects in the Darul Quran Ittifaqiyah tahfiz school fire because they're just kids. Child advocate Dr Hartini Zainuddin said it's unacceptable how the suspects and their families are being treated by the public.
There's this whole misconception, oh my goodness, I've seen the baying for blood thing where it's like burn them, hurt them, kill them. Really? Is that going to bring the children back? No, it's not. How is, baying for blood and judging them before the court date happens or the justice process takes place helpful? These kids and their kids, are going to pay for the rest of their lives if they're found guilty. I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. This was not just about the victims in the fire. This was about these kids as victims because they are under the child law.
Investigations revealed that the fire did not start by accident but was most probably arson. Since then, the police have brought in 7 suspects aged between 11 to 18 to assist in investigations. Unfortunately, the suspects' identities were leaked and circulated online, which led to their families being ostracized and shamed by the community.
Shaming their families is so wrong. If you want to talk about religion and justice and duty, we're not doing very well by any religious standards, and not by justice, and definitely not by pointing fingers at kids. Okay, and whether they were on drugs or whatever it was and whatever it says, they've already been hung out and tried and judged, and we've already passed sentence. So I don't know, stop it.
On the tahfiz school, Dr Hartini said the persons managing the institution should also accept responsibility for the tragic fire.
You cannot say, oh my God, this is arson, it's the fault of these kids or the suspects, and we had nothing to do with it because we have no responsibility. I'm saying, as someone who's in the same business, to my fellow colleagues who are taking care of children, it is your responsibility. You have a duty, an obligation to protect your children. These are people's children, these are people's lives. These are young lives who are dependent on you, trusting you to take care of them.
She also urged other institutions to learn from the tragic incident and for regulations to be strictly implemented.
I feel sometimes that there are groups of people who think that just because you're a religious school or you're outside of the system or the normal system, that somehow they're not responsible and it's not their fault. And this whole takdir thing, this whole fate thing, it doesn't hold water with me. There's takdir and things happen, but the things might not have happened the way it was if there were safety mechanisms in place.
As for hundreds of unregistered tahfiz schools in the country, Dr Hartini said there is no shortcut. If they were not registered and do not adhere to safety standards, they must be shut down.
I'm sorry. This isn't good coming out from the goodness of your heart. This is not about kindness. Everybody can be kind, but if you're not responsible and you don't implement these rules because you have a duty and obligation, then you shouldn't be opening them. Shut down. I shut down. Or else, ask for help.